My name is Jeremy Shear. I will be your first performer of the evening. Give it up for yourselves for coming out on this wintry evening. Thank you all so very much for coming. A little bit about me, because that's why I'm here. I am from Cleveland. I am so proud of that fact I have Made in Cleveland tattooed on my back. I might as well stamp failure on my back for all the good that's done. Do you know what's a really good excuse for when I finish too early in the bedroom? Like, ah, sorry baby, it's made in Cleveland. We breed disappointment. It's been a bit of a weird week for me. I had to do a show at my mother's nursing home, and she was heckling me the whole time. She's like, "Get off the stage! Who are you?" "Mom, it's me, it's your son." "Who?" "The guy that brings you pot." "Your bags are full of seeds. Screw you." Medicaid doesn't cover de-seeding the bag. That's not how it works. I had to put my mother in a nursing home because prior to that, I was responsible for her care, and that meant I had to bathe her. And there's nothing more traumatizing to a young man than washing the parts that you came from.
Oh.
I didn't know what to say except, like what you done with the place, Mom. Been a long time. So I put her in a one-star nursing home because she's a dirty girl.
Oh.
So she's dirty. I have a 17-year-old girl at home. I know what you're thinking. Let her go. But she is my daughter. And I know what you're thinking. Who want to breed with this asshole? He looks like a meth dealer in a leather bar, not a father. And you're right, she's adopted. Those adoption agencies don't do a thorough background check. But she gets in trouble at school all the time. The last time, it was because she taped a sign on a little girl's back that said, "Ask me about my fat ass."
Oh.
I was so proud. Couldn't show it though. They say the same thing every time I go to these things. "Mr. Shear, we think your daughter has ADD." No, she doesn't. Yes, she does. She doesn't pay attention in class. Look, in my house, ADD is slang for lazy teacher. If you tried yelling at her, hit her. "My dishes are done. Why doesn't her class work?" Then I realized, she gets diagnosed with ADD, she's going to get some medication. So now my daughter has ADD, and I got a big pile of Adderall. And so I'm getting back to Cleveland tonight. So that's the cheat code: up, up, down, down, left, right, PA. Start, no DUI. Any cops out here, that is a joke. Thank you for your service, but that is a joke. Please don't search me on the way out. Had a lot of bad jobs before I did this. I used to work at a video store. I can't tell you the name of it because they still exist somewhere, but it rhymes with cocksucker video. And the worst thing that happened to me was this guy came in and put a laptop on the counter and said, "Excuse me, do you guys sell these kind of DVDs?" And I look, and it's a dog and a woman having relations, which of course we didn't have. But I recommended a Tyler Perry movie because it's the same artistic merits. He was happy. Worked at a gas station, third shift, had to clean bathrooms at the end of the night. Worst thing I found was cleaning out the men's room night. I found a Muscle magazine, a sticky sock, and a condom wrapped around the turd. Yeah. And then I figured two people wandering in there, somebody got the shit fucked out of them. So I am Jewish. I know I don't look like it. I know I look like not Jewish at all. This is a disguise. But I'm a lot of people's token Jewish friend in Cleveland. So they ask me questions like, "Jeremy, should we circumcise our kids?" Which sounds like a perfectly reasonable question to ask a boy, but to me it kind of sounds like, "Jeremy, you're an expert on kid dick. What should we do with it?" I don't want to be an expert. I don't want to even be affiliated. That's just me. Yeah. So I am half Irish and half Jewish. I can drink a lot. Well, I've never had a bar tab over $20. I will leave you with something you can take home with you, because that's what we're doing now. There was a guy who loved golf. It was his favorite game. Every Sunday he would go and walk the course for 18 wonderful holes. One day he showed up and there was a lonely woman on the first tee with her golf cart, had no partner. So he went up to her and was like, "Excuse me, would you like to play together?" And she's like, "Sure, that sounds like fun." They shared a cart, had a lovely time. She beat him by 1 stroke. And he was like, "Well, I lost to a girl, but that's okay." And he was on his way back to his car and she noticed that she was waiting for the bus. So he was like, "Hey, do you need a ride home?" And she's like, "Sure." On the way home, he got the most amazing head he'd ever gotten in his life. He now loved golf. He was in love with golf. This was his favorite thing in the world to do now. Couldn't wait for next week. Sure enough, she showed up again at the first tee with the cart, no partner. He's like, "Oh, hey, you want to play together again?" She's like, "Sure." And she beat him by 1 stroke. But before they could even get back to the car, she gave him the most amazing head he'd ever had. Again, it happened twice in a row. This had never happened to this married man in his entire life. It is a wreck. He doesn't know what to do with himself now. Golf has become awesome. But he showed up the next week. He was like, "I'm just going to skip all of this." Showed up with flowers to the first tee. Sure enough, there she is and says, "Forget golf. I'm going to take you to the nicest brunch in town. And I'm going to take you to a 5-star hotel. And I'm going to make passionate love to you." And she started crying. He's like, "What, did I come on too strong?" She's like, "No, it's okay. It's just, I was born a man and I haven't told you yet." And he was like, "You son of a bitch, this entire time you've been playing from the ladies' teams."